Welcome to The Passion Pod with your host, Chris Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation.
Welcome to the show, Josh.
Hi, Chris.
So who are you? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Josh Moore, and I play lead guitar for Laney and the Bird Dogs.
Do you do some singing as well?
I do indeed, yeah.
What kind of singing do you do? Is it like lots of yodeling? Is it lots of screaming?
Primarily yodeling, actually, yeah.
Sick, dude. I can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah, you didn't hear it? I sing lead on a portion of the songs, and we do 4-part harmonies pretty much on everything. So
dope. Who's all in the band, and what's one fun fact about each of them? Not music related. Something that nobody else is going to know, and we're going to premiere it on Converge.
Brian Casser, fiddle player, is obsessed with yo-yoing.
Sick, dude.
He's pretty good at it. Matt used to eat competitively hot dogs.
Do you know how many he got to? How many could you consume?
We had an eating competition between he and Brian. Brian's about 100 pounds. And Brian took him down. He ate over 5 pounds of food at a Chinese buffet.
Oh, no.
And Matt ate 3.5, I think.
Rad. Well, hopefully they don't eat that much at this festival.
Yeah, I don't think they're set up for it here.
Who else are you excited to see here today? Did you look at the lineup? And I'm assuming you must have checked it, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go catch Joseph here pretty soon. I don't know if they're started yet, but really excited to hear them. And,
so we got to keep it really brief so that way you can hear it.
Well, yeah, we don't have to be brief. Let's get into it. Let's talk.
Okay, so where are you from originally?
Originally, Western North Carolina. Hendersonville is the town I grew up in. We live in Bozeman, Montana is where the band is based. But
oh, you're based in Montana?
The band is based in Montana. I came out from just outside of Asheville, North Carolina.
When did you move to Montana?
About 13 years ago, right after college.
And that's when the band formed, or when did you form the band?
The band started in 2013. I moved there in 2009, and then they hired me 6 years ago. So
the band was already going before you hopped in?
For 3 years, yeah.
Gotcha. What'd you do before that? You must have played in other stuff?
I had a rock band. We all come from not bluegrass backgrounds at all. So mine was more blues-based rock, a lot of classic rock covers, stuff like that. And the guys played metal. And Brian was a folk musician, as was Laney. She's kind of done singer-songwriter stuff her whole musical journey, life, or whatever.
Do you think that's part of why you're able to create a unique sound rather than something that just sounds and that's emulated from other people?
I think so. I think it's more out of just we don't have any other options than to sound a little different. Sure.
What's unique about the band? Something that would set you apart from anyone else here?
Well, I haven't seen everybody here, but we're a bunch of big guys, and we like to rock, and we like to do it with bluegrass instruments.
Sick. Yeah, I feel like you all have the beard look like you could easily switch to metal format if you wanted to, but instead this is like the very happy, uplifting, maybe morning time music, or late night with a beer, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. We don't do too many morning gigs these days, but today was special.
Sure. What's the last music that you guys put out, and what was the inspiration behind it?
We put out an album last summer called Through the Smoke, and we've been doing kind of ripping fast bluegrass for a long time, and we decided to pivot to more of a produced sound and more of a pop-driven lean, not pop, but just lean a little bit in that direction.
Do you think because it moves better on like streaming platforms, or what kind of caused that?
I don't know. I think we're just evolving.
Sure.
It gets tiresome playing 155 beats per minute all the time, and
sure.
We appreciate all kinds of music, or a lot of kind of music, in a lot of different ways. So I think we just made a decision to, as we write together, just nudge it in that direction.
Sure. Yeah. What's different about playing live versus recording, as far as like what music you choose to play?
Well, it's a lot easier to play slow songs when it's being recorded, I think.
Sure.
We've always had that problem, but we're getting better at it. And the second part is you have to learn your songs after you record them when you write in the studio. So,
Sure.
all of a sudden you got a tour in front of it, and you never played the songs before live, so you don't know how they're going to perform or how. So you just got to follow your heart and make it as big as possible. You know?
Yeah, recording, I mean, you do all different little parts and stuff. You know, it's not quite the same thing as like, all right, we're here in front of all these people. Let's just like perform it, because it's not just the music, right? It's everything that goes into it, the whole performance aspect of it, which some bands are great at, some bands aren't so great at.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know where we lie on that spectrum, but you know, if we don't have a synth on stage. You know,
Sure.
there's a synth underneath some stuff on the album. Yeah.
Sure. Well, next year everyone's going to have to come here, because for sure you're going to have to come back, and then they can judge for themselves whether or not you guys are great performers.
Yeah, and we'll judge them on their judgment.
Well, exactly. You can side-eye them while you're on stage,
Yeah.
and if they're quiet, then like, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
What's a song of yours what's a song from your band that we can play right now?
Do you want to do one of my songs?
Sure.
Okay.
Any song you want.
Black Crow is one that I wrote off the Through the Smoke album.
Did we just pick Black Crow? Pick another one just in case.
All right. Bootleg is another song I wrote. It's about moonshine.
Sick. That's kind of perfect for
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
we like to drink.
I'm going back to the promised land, where the creek turns back in the holler in Tennessee. I tried to drink myself to death in Oklahoma, but the whiskey wasn't strong enough for me. And I've been rambling for 1,000 miles, trying to gamble my way on back to the county line. And I get to drinking and eating them pills, make my way on up to the Tennessee hill, drinking that bootleg Appalachian gold, hillbilly by that real McCoy. And I see them 7 stars from the Cherokee County line. That's it, boys, I'm a drink corn whiskey tonight. Well, my daddy was a preacher. He went out at night. He's a good man, but he never really liked to do the Lord right. He gets to drinking and eating them pills. I remember when my daddy showed me how to work a liquor stick, making that bootleg Appalachian gold, hillbilly by that real McCoy. I see them 7 stars from the Cherokee County line. That's it, boys, I'm drinking corn whiskey. Well, I quit drinking back in 95. I had to switch to beer just to stay alive. And I keep a jar underneath my bed, so I can have one last week before I wind up dead. Swig of that bootleg Appalachian gold, hillbilly by that real McCoy. And I see them 7 stars from the Cherokee County line. That's it, boys, I'm drinking corn whiskey tonight. That's it, boys, I'm drinking corn whiskey tonight.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Passion Pod. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll see you soon.